butter by this spoonful. Okay, he gets the butter and goes like this. So for me, it's not necessarily love that makes the world go round, it's butter that makes the world go round. So I'm very, very happy to be here with you guys today to explore all the wonderful things that Anchor has in store for you.
New Zealand, from a company called Fonterra, and we call ourselves Champions of Dairy. And we thought that this is a great time to bring in a more robust portfolio of products beyond just butter for Anchor. So we've worked with the guys from Single Origin, and they have prepared a special menu for us to enjoy today, which we will talk about later on. I encourage everybody to experience the food. It's really great food. It comes from a really great source. Very nutritious. Very. Talk about more of that later on. So in the meantime, please enjoy lunch. Thank you. And we have new products that will be coming in the next few months as well.
So grass-fed is a term I've been hearing lately because of this ketogenic diet, right? I'm sure you guys have heard of it. A lot of friends I know have gone on this ketogenic diet, which I think sometimes you think it's controversial, right? But I've seen results, and if you're using quality products, there's a lot of health benefits, right?
Right. Everybody knows what the keto diet is. Okay, the advantage of using grass-fed dairy products in keto for keto dieters is, number one, do you know that it is the richest source of butyrate? Are you familiar with butyrate? It is a short-chain fatty acid that is important for your gut microbiome or your healthy digestive system. And since keto dieters cut on carbs, which are from vegetables and fruits, they miss on the fiber most of the time. And fiber produces a healthy gut microbiome because it produces butyrate. Grass-fed Anchor butter is a rich source of butyrate. Number two, it is a good source of omega-3, as I've said, because it is grass-fed, and fatty acid omega-3, which produces EPA and DHA, is also found in Anchor butter, which most keto dieters use for their bulletproof coffee, for their, let's say, everyday meal. And CLA, are you familiar with CLA? Conjugated linoleic acid. Who goes to the gym? CLA is a fatty acid that promotes muscle growth and muscle mass. And you don't have to buy the expensive supplements because just by drinking Anchor milk or using Anchor butter, CLA is present.
So, for the longest time, people were telling us butter is bad. But
they're wrong.
It's so wrong. It came out on the cover of Time magazine.
They're wrong, yeah.
Eat this, and it was like a knob of butter because it's got good fat, right? Good fat and full of great things. So thanks so much, all three of you. Thank you so much for letting us discover a whole lot to love. Drink. Like I've done this with my son. I've done the test. I even sometimes between full cream and low fat, they could taste the difference, right? So what's more if it's good quality or bad quality? What do your kids love about it?
Okay, my 6-year-old, well, let me tell you first that, of course, undoubtedly, Anchor is a trusted brand, right? And we grew up having, seeing Anchor in our mom's kitchen. So, when I got older and when I started having kids, I kind of become health-minded. So, I go for the more, not just the more delicious, but also the more nutritious, yeah. So, my 6-year-old daughter, she likes to make papak. The powder, the chocolate flavored milk. So, it's okay with me, even if she finishes the whole pack, because I know that there's no added sugar in it. You always want the most natural. You're very particular with everything that your children put it in your body, diba? Yeah, so.
For sure. I mean, especially again, like I said, we use a lot of butter. It's no exaggeration.
Yeah, me too.
Even my son's favorite snack is like a rye cracker with spreaded butter on top. Rye cracker, yeah. At least it's healthy. And it's really important to have that quality, right? If they're eating so much of it. What about as you know when you're
taste all throughout and consistent, and also when I bake sponge cakes, I like how fluffy the products become because I tried different types of butter, and butter normally it just spreads it just spreads and becomes flat.
Correct.
I also like the when making creams, butter creams, the texture that it leaves in your mouth, it coats your tongue.
It's not waxy, right?
It's not waxy, but it coats your tongue.
Butter alternatives can be waxy, especially when you're doing icings and things like that. Chi-Chi, so what about, for example, taste-wise? You know, when you go to a restaurant, you can tell though when it's not.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to butter or basically any dairy product, I for one would really be a little nitty-gritty in terms of freshness, the quality, the consistency, and you really have to taste it. And with Anchor, it's been a staple in our family. My mom was a baker, and now I'm sort of a baker, but more of a food stylist. And I actually use it a lot. And it's one of the brands that for me, the consistency is always there. Like, it will never fail in terms of any recipe.
Correct. And you know, for me, the number one thing that comes to mind is the smell.
Yes.
Right? So when you enter a kitchen that's using a butter substitute or butter alternative, you can really tell in terms of smell and taste. It's very distinct, while this real good butter has a savory quality to it.
That you look for in a product is just in one product. So luckily, there's Anchor products that, because my teenage boys, they're into, you know, building muscles, and
She told me earlier.
they love to work out. Nakakahiya nga, basta go-workout pa sila kaysa sa akin. Yeah, they love to work out, and my 6-year-old also, she's very active. So, they're more into, okay, protein intake. So the milk has protein, it has calcium, and antioxidants then. For me naman, diba? And also, my family, my mom's side, they have osteoarthritis. So I'm now very particular in taking milk, in drinking milk, because I don't want to be like them. So as much as possible, also my kids are, you know, starting early. Yeah.
Bone density loss is real.
I know. There's Anlin, but of course there's Anchor in the house. So that's what I drink also with my kids.
And let's face it, 2 boys, they'll eat you out of house and home.
I know.
Mine are still small, but they eat so much. So I can only imagine 2 teenage boys, and it's great that it's, you know, well priced, right?
Yeah, and you know, they're also cheese lovers. So cheese is just, you know, we have cheese platter nights. We have everything in my recipe. There's cheese aside from the culinary cream and the butter.
I, for one, use actually a lot of the whipping cream. I just really made a really good vanilla bean whipping cream using Anchor butter. I'll share the recipe later, but it's one of those things that, you know, you can create out of the same product. It's a byproduct, but it's still, the cream is there, the consistency, and it's very good, and it's basically a good pairing with the fresh fruits that we use.
So I just got off from the event of Anchor, and now I'm going to power plant. So basically, we were just told about the new products of Anchor. Hindi lang sila puro butter, they actually have milk and other, like cheese and other products. So yeah, I hope to see you in my next video, and don't forget to sign up for my workshop on April 28th. That's Aroma Yoga. I'll put the link and poster here, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye!